chapter 20, and the topic is subordinate courts, that is on page 237. Subordinate courts are the lower courts at the district level and below. They are supervised and controlled by the High Court. They are the civil courts, criminal courts, and revenue courts. Revenue courts means tax-related cases heard in these courts. Beside these lower courts, there is a provision for Nyaya Panchayat for rural areas and Lok Adalat for urban areas. Each state of India has its own system of courts, but the general pattern is the same, means rule will be same. Civil courts, the highest civil court in a district is called the district court. The judges of these courts are appointed by the governor in consultation with the High Court. Means जो district court के judges होते हैं, they are appointed by the governor after the recommendation of High Court. All the civil matters pertaining to property, contracts, agreements, landlord-tenants disputes, so these type of cases heard in civil courts. These type of cases are not originate in the High Court. Below the district court, there may be one or more courts of sub-judges. Separate family courts are also there. They hear cases of family disputes like divorce, custody of children, etc. Below them are the courts of Munsif. Criminal courts. For criminal cases in a district, the highest court is the court of the session judge. So crime-based cases heard in the court of the session judge, और session judge ही crime जो criminal based cases होते हैं उन्हें सुनते हैं. Below this court there are courts of magistrate of first class, magistrate of second class, and magistrate of third class. In big cities like Delhi, Kolkata, first class magistrates are called metropolitan magistrates. The next one is revenue courts. The highest revenue court in a district is the Board of Revenue, which deals with the cases of land revenue. Courts of commissioner, collector, tehsildar, and assistant tehsildar work under the Board of Revenue, which hears the final appeals against the lower revenue courts. So these are the level of the courts, and these levels you can understand through this flow chart which is mentioned in your chapter. So next topic is here Lok Adalat. It is said that, and is very important, justice delayed is justice denied. जितना आप justice को delay करोगे, that means justice हुआ ही नहीं है. Since the process of imparting justice is very lengthy and expensive, it's becoming out of reach of the common man. जितना justice जो है और case जितना delay होगा उतना ही वो लेंथी और एक्सपेंसिव होगा, एंड दैट इज़ नॉट यूजफुल फॉर द कॉमन मैन, एंड इट बिकम्स आउट ऑफ रीच ऑफ द कॉमन मैन. बिसाइड्स thousands of cases are lying pending in various courts. So as an effort to simplify the legal procedures, reduce the cost of litigation, and to provide speedy justice, so Lok Adalats have been set up for these reasons. So Lok Adalat was set up in 1985 when the first Lok Adalat was held in Delhi, and about 150 cases were settled on the first day. The Lok Adalat is normally presided over by a retired judge. तो Lok Adalat में जो cases रिगार्डिंग जजमेंट देते हैं वो रिटायर्ड जजेस होते हैं. द डिस्प्यूटिंग पार्टीज plead their cases themselves. No advocate or pleader is allowed to argue the case. Even witnesses are not examined. यानी कि आपको कोई प्रूफ भी वहाँ पे देने की ज़रूरत नहीं होती है. Efforts are made to settle disputes through compromise. तो कोशिश की जाती है compromise हो और mutual agreement हो, and on the spot decision, और at the same time डिसीजन दिया जाता है. So the question comes here, who gave this idea? The idea of Lok Adalat was mainly advocated by Justice P.N. Bhagwati. So you should keep remember the name of the person, Justice P.N. Bhagwati. He gave the idea of Lok Adalat. He was a former Chief Justice of India The idea is based on the ancient Gram Panchayat where the judges were known as Panch Parmeshwar. Mahatma Gandhi had also strongly pleaded the revival of Gram Panchayats to settle disputes without wasting time and money. So the idea of Lok Adalat is really commendable and indeed very useful. That's why Lok Adalats are called People's Court for speedy and inexpensive justice. The next topic is public interest litigation. This topic is also very important. PIL. Vast majority of the people living in India are poor and illiterate. So because of these reasons, some people, they are not getting justice because they don't know how to appeal in the court, and sometimes lack of knowledge, or you can say without any money, how you will appeal the case in the courts. So they cannot even think of going to the courts to seek justice. So justice is a remote dream for them. So the concept of public interest litigation was devised by the Supreme Court of India. So you should know who devised this concept. Supreme Court of India. Any person from the public, whether affected or not, may write an ordinary letter or even a postcard drawing the attention of the High Court or the Supreme Court towards any matter of serious public importance. Okay, so means through a letter you can express your problem and you can send to High Court or Supreme Court. For example, one may write about the inadequate and unsafe transport system or supply of unhygienic drinking water. Means problem can be related with any issues, or about the exploitation of children or women in a particular establishment. So if the court is convinced that the matter is of public importance, it will take up and decide the case. So public interest litigation is a novel idea. It helps the poor, the illiterate and the ignorant. Means those don't have money, knowledge. So public interest litigation is a very useful. The success story of various PILs has encouraged people to initiate more and more PILs or matters of urgent public importance. It seems that PIL has served the purpose of for which it was devised and has proved to be a boon for the common man. Means is a kind of a blessings for the common man. It has set right a number of wrongs committed by an individual or society. It has brought legal aid to millions of poor, illiterate and ignorant Indians. And here is the do you know? 2 PIL cases that change our lives are: one cases are based on exploitation of women in prison. So exploitation, how they face these type of problems in the prison. So that case was filed by शीला बाजसे वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र. तो ये केस जो है ये महाराष्ट्र का है. उन्होंने किस तरह से इस केस को इस इशू को सामने लाई, and through this case that resulted in an order facilitating separate police lockup for women convicts in order to shield them from further trauma and brutality. Means after that case, women get some protection or safety. And the next case was green litigation. That was in 1998. PIL by environmentalist MC Mehta was behind the court's order on CNG vehicles in Delhi. Okay, just for the environment, because CNG verdict on July 28, 1988 forced the vehicles in the capitals to switch to a different fuels in order to keep a check on vehicular pollution. Means how to control pollution, because pollution is the main problem in Delhi. So that case was also through PIL was heard. Okay, and the solution of this chapter you will get through PDF. So that's all.